look at Kaissa, which is one of two Gorean games that are board games. Gore has everything. Kaissa is, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it, but Kaissa is more like chess in a lot of ways. The movements, the way it's done. This particular city's Kuroba. A lot of times these tournaments have dance girls. They have girls come and dance. Now I have to confess, it looks better live. My monitor is a little bit not what I wish. But usually they bring in girls, and I may switch. But they dance, they talk, they communicate. It's kind of fun. And then after the dance is done, there's house spelled Kaissa. Inside the library at Laura, there's a complete set of rules, and there is a Kaissa tournament location. And I may go ahead and give put in the chat the location of the place to go to actually you can get a free book on how to play it. Actually, there's two games, and there is a yeah, there's the other one. Czar is the other game they're bringing up because Czar's on the 23rd. Czar is on the 23rd of January, and that's the other major board game. And a lot of times the boards will do both. But what I may do, like I said, is go through and show you where to go to get these books and how to do it. There is usually let me see if I can find it. There's usually a scoreboard, a board that lists if there's more than one player, they'll literally put on the board who's winning the tournament. Let me see if I can find it. That's one board. There's a second board. So you can tell those are common Gorean chairs, by the way. And the tournament boards will look like this. There it is. Going to take this off so you can see it. And as you can tell, there's different rounds. There's the players at the top. Jasmine Knight match. Knight is one of the most famous players. It's one of the most famous players there is. And then, like I said, once the and there's a north and a south version. Let me explain that too. See where it says Kansas City, Karoba, north and south. There are two versions of this game. So when you play it, you specify whether you want the north version of the game or the south. And I think today I will take you over to the training center. I need to get the bookmark for you so you can go if you want to learn this. But um, as you can tell, this game's well attended and it is something extremely popular. Hermes has a land called New Estafin that is Shindy, and he has a lot of boards to learn also. Alan's a well-known player also, so a lot of these people are actually very, very good players. You could tell there was a curious. As you can tell, these last over multiple weeks. Oh, there it is. Czar tournament. I told you about Estafin. And there's the poster for that tournament. but he has what's called newest stuff, and so excellent place to go. Boards all over the place. But to learn the game, it's better that there is a book, and I'll show you where to get it. I'll put up thing. I said that 4 times. Now the parts are not put out, and what I'm going to do, I will start this over when they actually begin the game, because I'm going to point out this very much resembles the Earth game of chess in the sense that the parts move. There are some exceptions, but the pieces move very, very similar to a chessboard for those who play chess. So there is the reason I'm saying this is we're going to talk about warriors, I hope. I've already talked about black cast in a video, things like that. This is the intellectual component of Gore. Somebody rolled dice, so it looks like they're going to pick who's on which sides. Let's see how Hermes does. Once that's picked, the pieces are going to go on the board. 12? Yep, he got a 12. Now they'll take their seats and we'll see the board itself. I own this particular board. It's a master board. It plays both games. And the board put up the southern pieces. You see that? Unpacking southern Gaza. Let's take a closer look at the pieces. This is where it gets fun. And why I said it reminds me of chess. If you'll notice, that looks like a bishop. That looks like a rook in chess. There is a tarnsman, but you can't guess which piece is the scribe. King and queen very much looks like it would normally be, or ubar, depending on how you do it, how it would normally be in a chess game. So you've got what piece it looks like very, very much like, except for the tarnsman and the scribe piece. You also notice that there's the Larian. That's what this funny little guy that looks like a saddle. That's the Larian. So obviously that's a little bit different than what you'd find on a chessboard. And we have a knife. Josh, that's a game time to 60 minutes per player. Good Lord, that's an hour. That's 2 hours. So the time can be set. Notice the front line, just like in chess, they move forward. In chess, you can go forward 1 and/or 2, and this is similar. There's a time limit. You only get so long to move. Just like in chess, they can't. See that right there? It's timing. Josh, 59 seconds, 22. Ubar's Tarnsman moves to bar 4. Ubar's Tarnsman runs like a knight. If you will notice, he went forward and then sideways, very much like a knight. And that should make sense because the Tarnsman flies. So just like a knight, he's able to jump over and the nice thing about these pieces that are there that I'm showing you is it shows you the name of the piece. So you can actually get an idea. If you forget the name of it, you can learn it. So maximum's 2 hours. It usually doesn't last that long. Just like in chess, they don't talk a lot. This is a thinking game. When you touch it, notice how these are called spearmen on the front line. I don't know if you saw that. And the scribe right here that I'm pointing at did a diagonal like a bishop. Just like chess, these men actually practice other grandmaster games. Yeah, Ubar scribe. They actually look at and study other games. These are recorded, and you can go back and see how they're played and see the logic in it. And there's a lot of money involved. I didn't bring that up. The winner gets a lot of money in Linden's. See the timer go off as Hermes waits to think. Not bad. You'd think for such a primitive place that you wouldn't have this, but it's very, very much like a professional competitive game in real life. He moved his turnsman, which is a smart move. It gives him front forward movement to capture territory on the front. And I'm going to show you I'm going to put in the notes below this video where to go to find practice boards, but B, there are two books. You can move Dubar's Tarnsman again. Two books that you could get on how to play these games, North and South. You could actually open these books, learn the movements of the play pieces, and I'm going to show. And there's practice boards there, and I'll put in Hermes City, so you can go and use the boards there.